Welcome, everybody out there in the interwebs, to episode 55 of Sis and Big Pop's Culture. As always, I am Big Pops, followed along by the wonderful one and only.
Hi, sweet friends. I am Sis, aka Hannah Jo, and together we're an adult daughter and father duo. We dive into all things geek, nerd, and fandom. Every episode is family friendly.
I forgot to say that my name was Todd Turner.
Yeah, you got really excited.
I got really excited.
And
well, we've got.
I was just following you, Dad.
It's summertime. It's 784 degrees outside.
Summertime. Do you have a heat warning where you are too?
Yes, heat advisory.
Heat advisory, lady. I lost electricity at my house today.
Oh gosh. Oh, it's probably because everybody's running their air conditioners super duper.
How high is yours at?
73.
Okay, mine's at 72. Should I put it to 73?
No, you're fine.
Sorry.
Tell everybody what we're doing today.
We're having a father-daughter talk just for a brief second here, people.
Right.
I'm a grown-up. We are going to talk nerd news today. Pops is going to share with us his pull list. We're going to chit-chat about what we've been watching, what we've been binging, if we have been doing that. We're also going to chat about the Marvel trade, Goddess of Thunder, that came out, I think, in 2014.
Yeah, it's just in time because of the big Thor movie.
Was it 2014 or was it 2004?
I thought it was 2004, but
okay. So I was going to say I thought it was even longer than that. So in 2004, and the Lucasfilm movie Willow. We're going to chat about that,
which is available on Disney Plus. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, that's what we're going to do. That's what we do here. So we're going to dive right into it. Hannah Jo, what do you got for the nerd newsness?
Did you see that the second Knives Out movie has a title now?
Okay, I briefly saw that something about that was going on, but I did not read it, so fill me in.
Okay, I think you're going to really like this.
All right.
It's called Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery.
Glass Onion?
Here's what I like. I like that they didn't do Knives Out 2.
Okay, yeah.
I like that it's a Knives Out mystery because that makes me think that this is going to be like a Hercule Poirot type thing where we just
I don't even know. What the heck is that? Sounds like you got something
Agatha Christie. The Agatha Christie murder mystery. Like this is like, right. Is this our Agatha Christie? Is my question. Is Daniel Craig with his fake Southern accent our Agatha Christie?
Isn't he supposed to be from Kentucky?
I don't know, but I love everything about it.
I do too.
Everything about it is a good time.
Yeah,
I had to tell you that it has a name, and that's what it's named.
Right. I saw that. I didn't pay attention. I love the first one, Glass Onion. That is weird. This one was called Knives Out. I wonder why it's called Glass Onion. But oh well. So anyway, it looked to me like it was 2018 that this came out. That would just been like 4 years ago.
Goddess of Thunder?
Comic book. Yeah.
It looked like it had come out many moons ago.
Anywho. Okay. So we talked briefly last week because we got suckered in with this whole Pinocchio garb. But
that's
Guillermo del Toro, he's got the Pinocchio coming out. Well, they released photos on Vanity Fair, and they're really cool because it's stop action animation.
Is it pretty wicked?
It is pretty cool looking. The interesting thing about it is that they said that Guillermo del Toro he always felt like Pinocchio and Frankenstein were very similar.
Oh, yeah. Big vibes.
I had never thought of that before.
That makes a lot of sense to me.
And maybe that's why even the Disney Pinocchio is a little creepy. So I don't know. It looked really interesting. I saw the pictures. You could see them online, but it is in the Vanity Fair. I just think that's cool that those type magazines are doing, coolie nerd stuff like that. So I don't collect.
I think they've been posting.
I don't collect Vanity Fair.
I don't collect Vanity Fair, but if that's something that you collect, good for you.
Mm-hmm. What else? What else you got?
I'm
you
looking.
Said something about posting something. Did you say?
The Black Adam trailer. Did you watch it?
I saw it. Did you watch it?
I watched it.
Okay.
It doesn't even take place on Earth? Question mark.
I think it does because there are airplanes.
But it looks like it's not Earth.
Okay. Are you ready for this? Did you notice the similarities between the Iron Man flying between the two airplanes, but he does everything Iron Man does. Yes. Remember at the very first Iron Man movie, he flies between the two airplanes and he goes, "It's me, Rhodey." "What do you mean it's me?"
Yeah.
It's me. He accidentally breaks one of the wings because they stop or whatever. And then he does everything he does to rescue that person. Black Adam literally busts one of the wings.
For funsies.
So, yeah.
Yikes.
So DC has turned Black Adam into an anti-hero currently.
I'm up in here like this movie's only going to be good / fun if it's not PG-13.
No. It'll be PG-13, and it's going to be because the Justice Society of America, all those characters, Pierce Bronson is Dr. Fate. Did you see the Atom Smasher? The guy got really huge.
You think it's going to be PG-13?
100%.
It looks pretty brutal.
Well, but as long as they don't show blood, you can get away with a lot.
I'm just saying.
And it'd be like what they did with Moon Knight, where you thought, oh gosh, he's killing vampires, but they were like jackals, so it's not people. It's amazing what you can get away. They're going to make that PG-13. That will not be rated R.
I mean, I was gonna say there's no way that it's not going to be PG-13. Of course it is.
PG-13, 100%.
Because that's how they're going to make the most money. I just think it would be so much cooler if it wasn't.
No. I don't think so.
Okay. You know it better than I do.
I think it would be great. Speaking of rated R DC movies.
Yeah.
So
Joker 2?
Did you see it?
I did. Dad, I cannot.
Oh, no. No. Have you heard about it?
I know that they're making one, and I don't know why.
Did you hear who Harley Quinn?
No.
Lady Gaga.
Am I going to have to go watch this movie?
They're talking Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn, and that it will have music in it. Yes. So like it could be a musical.
Sorry, this is an auditory medium. My eyeballs just got so big, and I made a face at Big Pops.
Because now,
I don't want to go see it, Dad.
I know. The first one was really good, but it is hard to watch. In the Joker film, it's even hard to know what's real and what's not real in that entire movie.
Yeah, the whole thing is, did he make it up all in his head? Is it all the story he's telling, or did it actually happen to him?
Because when you watch the movie, you follow him along in the movie, and literally you come to a point in the movie where during that, you realize all this stuff I've watched has been made up already, a big portion of it. So anyway, but yeah, Lady Gaga. What about that?
Man, I really like her. I think she's a very good actress.
I think she's a great performer. So
I mean, I guess it's true. Squid Games got approved for a second season.
I never saw the first one.
Oh, Dad.
I'm not watching it.
So Trevin saw the trailer for that, which is what made him buy Netflix again.
Oh, because it's on Netflix.
Because it's on Netflix. And so we watched it together, and it was so good.
All right.
It's for grown-ups.
I understand. There was a movie it was sort of like a Hunger Games type movie with middle school kids where they basically have to...
So Hunger Games?
No. Big eyes. It was
how long ago was this?
I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, but I don't remember. Anyway, I can't remember what it was called, but it was pretty brutal.
Okay.
So, Ferngully is coming out on DVD.
I wrote that down too.
It's so fun.
Yay!
That's hilarious. We both wrote that down.
I wrote coming to DVD.
August 23rd.
And I was like, oh, it should be Blu-ray and DVD. I'm like, coming to DVD, and it's coming to DVD and video.
And Blu-ray. It is coming to Blu-ray. Yeah.
For its 30th anniversary.
We should watch that and review Ferngully.
I love that movie. I wrote a little LOL just in time for the second Avatar.
Oh, yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
That was funny.
I don't know if I'll watch Avatar.
I'm going to.
It's just
everyone
money grab.
Said that. Everyone is saying that. And when I say everyone, every single person I talk to is like, really? But y'all.
I know you love it.
I didn't get to watch it in theaters.
Oh, really? Why?
I don't know why. I don't know if we just it was right at that age where I was the oldest and was.
I think your mom and I went and saw that in the theaters.
It came out when I was in 8th grade / 9th grade. And so
my butt still is numb from that. Watching that.
You didn't take me.
No, I didn't. You're right.
And so I love that movie.
Gotcha.
But I thought that was so funny. LOL, just in time for the second Avatar is what I have written down.
Nice. That's so funny. I didn't even think about that. Robin Williams. Oh, makes me sad. Got anything else?
Persuasion. Netflix is doing a Persuasion movie starring Dakota Johnson. Persuasion is the last book that Jane Austen ever wrote.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Well, you would know.
Yeah, it's Persuasion. They're mixed reviews so far from people who are big Jane Austen people about whether or not it's going to be good.
No one ever is going to agree on that. People who love the books are never, there are going to be people that go, oh, that's awesome. And there will be people, oh, that's terrible. You can't make everybody happy.
Emma, period, with Ann Taylor-Joy that we watched right in the middle of COVID. Remember you bought it and we rented it.
Yeah, it was good.
Everyone enjoys that movie. They enjoy.
Hey, what was the one we watched with Mr. Darcy and everything? That wasn't Jane Austen. Who writes that?
Mr. Darcy?
No. Who's the young guy? The girl who has all the sisters? We watched that movie.
Emma?
Oh yeah, maybe that was it. Was that it? That's the movie?
She has all. Oh, you mean Little Women?
Little Women. What was that? I like that.
The girl that had all the sisters.
Okay, that has nothing to do with it. Sorry. Little Women has nothing to do with Jane
Little
Austen.
Women, Daddy. But everyone really liked Emma.
I liked it. It was
what
okay.
people are saying is that this is they've Fleabagified Persuasion.
Okay, I don't even know what that means.
I'm going to explain it to you. Fleabag is a TV show on Amazon where the main character is very snarky and breaks the fourth wall throughout the entire film, throughout the entire
Deadpool?
TV show. They're going to Deadpoolify Persuasion.
Oh, yeah, say that. I like that, Deadpoolify. I don't think I would like that then.
But I am really excited about it. It comes out, I think, in the end of July, and I'm going to watch it.
Hey, this is something for, I think, is interesting.
Okay.
And only because Nathan loves video game music and he literally listens to it on Spotify and everything. The Grammys have added a new category.
What?
For video game scores. So now video game composers can win a Grammy for their video game score. Sorry. Can they go back and give them? Because
that deserves a Grammy.
A Grammy. It'll be a Grammy. It'll be in one of those Lifetime Achievement Award. Lifetime Achievement Award.
The guy who writes all the Nintendo music.
That dude.
That guy.
Yeah. Anyway. Oh, holy salad.
Yes, that was on the summer CD.
I love it. All right. Anything else? There was some good news.
Can I tell you a tangent really fast?
Go ahead.
I played Trevin the Swagger Wagon video.
For those of you who don't know, if you had a Sienna minivan when they first came out, the Toyota did a commercial, and it was a music video. They made a music video for the Sienna minivan.
This minivan, Sienna SE, in the house.
In the house.
And I played it for him.
Where my kids
and he was like, this should go on the summer CD. And I cracked up, Dad. I cackled. I lost it, was snorting. And I was like, Trevin, it was on the summer CD the year that it came out.
Yeah, hilarious.
Okay, that's all. That's all I had to say.
All right. Well, the only other piece of news I had was that apparently the villain Gore in the Thor movie is the highest trailing villain or something. It's supposed to be the best villain ever in a Marvel movie from people who have seen what they've seen. So
really,
what do you think about that? Yeah, but it is Christian Bale. I didn't
know it was Christian Bale.
Isn't that right?
I know. Well, Dad, here's the thing. Here's what's coming out.
Thor, here's
Buzz Lightyear.
I know. But I don't
Jurassic
think Christian
Park.
I don't think Christian Bale's done anything since Newsies. So, he hasn't been around. That was a joke. Do you remember he was in Newsies?
That's why I did not respond to you when you said that.
All right. Well,
I was
when I said that,
was
all
letting
the people
that one
watching dropped off.
They were like, he doesn't know anything.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. Newsies. That's all I got.
I don't have anything else either. You stole my Ferngully news.
Well, that was a good one. That was we tag teamed that.
That was a Turner family film, yo.
I know. I loved it. We had it on VHS.
We had it on VHS.
VHS.
That's why I'm like, coming soon to DVD and video.
Hannah, are you watching anything like binging?
I am not really. Life is really busy right now. School's done, which is nice, but It's summer and we in full summer mode swing, y'all. We up in here doing stuff, going places. And so most of my time in the evenings is spent doing my notes, sitting and breathing.
Big people stuff.
Big people stuff. We're slowly rewatching Stranger Things.
Gotcha.
On season 2 right now. Very beginning of Stranger Things season 2. What else did I watch?
What's his newbie?
What?
Newbie. Isn't that the guy in season 2, the Sean Astin's character? I can't remember.
Bob Newby.
Yeah.
Bob Newby. Oh, he's such a good guy.
I know.
Mad Max. Billy. Ugh. Billy.
Billy's a punk.
What did I watch? Sorry. Forrest Gump. I watched Forrest Gump.
I watched it too, not too long ago.
Oh, it's on Netflix. So I watched Forrest Gump. Watched Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, because it's on Netflix. Garfield's.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think.
I started watching a new show on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, what is it?
Called Night Sky. It stars J.K.
Knights or
no, night as in good night. Night Sky. It stars J.K. Simmons, the guy from the We Are Farmers. Dun, 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 dun,
he's also in
Spacek. Yeah, he's in the Spider-Man movies.
He's in Spider-Man movies.
He's J. Jonah Jameson.
He's in Counterpart.
And he was also in the drum movie
Whiplash.
Yeah, he's in a lot of movies. He's a great actor.
He's a phenomenal actor.
So he and Sissy Spacek, who was the original Carrie, and I believe she was Loretta Lynn in Coal Miner's Daughter. I could be wrong, but anyway, Sissy Spacek. They are an aging couple, an older couple. She, of course, has all of her mental faculties, except she's extremely frail, not doing well, in a wheelchair.
Yes, and she gets cancer or something.
Well, I don't know if she has cancer. She's sick, but he has some memory issues. Not bad, little ones, but he's as strong as a horse. But what happens is they have this place in the basement, like in a sub-basement of their garage that who knows how long it's been there, but they open the door and they go in and it transports them to like this room where they can see another world.
Oh, no.
And she goes, let's go look at the stars. So they go there. And
Night Sky.
And I thought, oh, this is going to be like an amazing alien sci-fi show. It is not yet. Maybe it will be.
Is it just like a couple drama?
It is an yes and no. What happens is the lady, Sissy Spacek's character, goes there by herself one night to go, and she finds someone in that room.
Oh, that's not good.
So someone has come from somewhere. Okay, you come to find out that there's at least another spot like this in somewhere in Latin America, because there's a mother who protects it, and she's working for some group, and they literally go from there in Mexico to New Jersey, and they're going tracking somebody down who I think is the guy who just showed up because he's Latin American. And yeah, it's so, and like he had like a thing embedded in his arm or his leg, like on a tracker or something.
Spooky.
So it's like, is he a alien? Is he not an alien? Do they just use these little things to go from place to place? Now, I don't know, but it's really cool. It's a little bit suspenseful. So the granddaughter of the couple is concerned about them. They're basically helping this guy who showed up. He's calling them their caretaker. They've got a nosy neighbor who just discovered the spot. Yeah, so I'm interested because
it sounds cool.
JK's. Yeah, I've done twice already. I've turned it off and turned it back on because you know
Does
how
it
I do
get a
that.
little?
It gets me nervous. Like
I'm looking for like a feel good long show to watch. So if anybody has a feel good long show to watch, that would be great.
All right, there you go. There you go. We're throwing out the gauntlet.
I would like to watch it. Here's what I don't like: The Office. Sorry for all the people that are like Office diehards.
Oh my gosh!
I
like
can't.
me.
I can't, Dad.
The uncomfortableness.
I cannot.
That's all my feed is
Cannot.
Office bloopers. It's like I turn it on that in comedy. Anyway.
But I really like Parks and Rec. I really like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I watched all of Big Bang Theory.
I should watch Brooklyn
Don't know
Nine-Nine.
if I enjoyed
would
it.
like that.
It just
I would probably
was,
like that.
It was there.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That's with Andy Samberg, isn't it? Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, you
Terry Crews.
love Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Dad.
I should watch it.
We've tried to get you to watch that for a hot minute.
Gotcha. Well, that's it for watching.
That's it for me.
All right. Well, you want to do...
Do you want to do
pull
one of our
list?
things, or do you want to do pull list?
Let's do pull list.
Okay. How are we doing pull list? Because last time you did pull list, you had 5 for us. Are we doing
That's what I'm doing
5?
again.
Okay.
Doing it again.
So Pops is going to share with us his pull list. A pull list, for those of you who don't know, is a list of comics that is given to the proprietor of your local comic book shop, who pulls the comics you're collecting from their inventory. That way, when you go into the shop on New Comic Book Day, which is Wednesday, they're waiting for you
Or
there,
Tuesday.
y'all.
Yeah.
Or Tuesday.
Yeah,
comes out on
DC Comics
Tuesday.
come out on Tuesday, and Marvel and most everything else comes out on Wednesday. It's a
DC's
pain
just
in the
got to be
tush.
different.
Yeah.
Feel
So
a
I
nug.
pull a DC comic, a Marvel comic, an independent comic, a new number 1, and then a book of the week. And are you ready for
Okay,
this?
explain new number 1. So new number 1 is not your number 1 favorite comic. It's just
No,
a
it's just
new comic that starts at number 1 that you're trying to test out, see how it goes.
Yep.
That way, if our listeners wanted to start at the beginning of something, that they could.
Guess what?
What?
All of mine are number 1s.
No, that's so fun.
This week, I got 5 new number 1s. So
Okay, lay it on me, Pops.
the first one is Poison Ivy, issue 1
Okay, DC.
from DC. Yes.
I knew that.
So this follows Poison Ivy coming off the end of a big, huge run in Batman where her personality was split into 2 different characters.
A good one and a bad one?
One more human and one completely attached to the green, very much like Swamp Thing. And they combined her back together, and she is falling apart because now she's not connected to the green anymore like she was. And she is out to wipe out all of humanity.
Oh, of course. Classic. Classic.
And she's using
As she
like
should.
an invasive fungus.
Gross.
And so this book, I wouldn't. Some people, they said they didn't even liked it. I really liked it. It is more of a horror comic.
You like the horror comics, though, Dad.
I do. I hate that. Here's the problem with this. In Batman, the latest issue of Batman that just came out, you know how they always have those backup stories that I can't stand sometimes and sometimes I love?
Yes.
There was a backup story in Batman that basically was a prelude to issue 1 of
That's
Poison Ivy.
cool.
It isn't cool because I read Poison Ivy 1 before I read Batman. So, yeah, if you're interested and you want to read Poison Ivy number 1, you don't have to read that Batman issue, but it helps. It really does. So, yes, Poison Ivy, I love the way it's drawn. It is so gorgeous.
Is
and
it
I believe
Swamp
this
Thing
is,
E?
Somewhat, I think. I
Okay.
believe this is an all-female creative team. If
Cool.
I could be wrong. Let's see. No, I think it's pretty much an all. G. Willow Wilson is the writer,
Cool.
and Marcio
G. Willow
Takara is the
Wilson.
artist. So I don't know Marquis. I don't know if Marcio is anyway. Anywho,
Cool.
there you go.
Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy.
Cool.
Now, my Marvel comic is in issue 1. This is also a female-driven book. It is Jane Foster, The Mighty Thor, issue 1.
Just getting ahead of the curve there.
Yeah, I think I would read it just to see what it's about. And it seems very interesting. It's like, so something's happened to Thor. Thor has been captured. Someone is making a deal with the Enchantress to release all these
Not good.
Asgardian villains to destroy Asgard. And Mjolnir just comes crashing through Jane Foster's window. She's really a Valkyrie at this point.
Cool.
But she is taking up the mantle of Thor in this book. So it was okay. The book was. It was. I really don't know many of the characters, so I'm not really extremely invested in it.
Do you need to? Sorry, I was away from my mic. Do you need to have like read Thor to get it? Do you think?
No, I don't
have been
think
collecting
so, because
Thor.
No, not at all. Because I had been collecting Thor, and actually Thor's been pretty cool right now. He's fighting Bruce Banner, right? He's fighting the Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now Thor had turned into the Hulk, and now the Hulk has turned into Thor. It's Thor Hulk. He's got Mjolnir. But anyway, so no.
Hulk.
It's very interesting. The horse is very cool. I like the horse, the Valkyrie's horse who talks.
Love.
Who's mad because she didn't get him carrots, and it's in the union bylaws that he has to have carrots. Anyway. So,
it's in the sorry, but you've not completely read the term of agreement.
Gotcha.
The
so here's the deal.
Terms of services.
I will not continue Jane Foster Thor. I will continue Poison Ivy. Matter of fact, I contacted my comic book artist today.
Dave
Mattingly, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yes. And I actually have Thor's hammer behind me if anybody's watching.
You do.
Yeah. That's right, Dave. Whoever holds the hammer, if she be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor. So yeah, I will continue Poison Ivy. I will not. So of my number ones, I'm actually going to continue 4, but not 5. So Thor is the one I'm not.
Thor's the only one you didn't like.
So here's no, it's not that I didn't like it. I did like it. It's just, it's not enough for me to be invested in it.
Okay.
And
you liked it incrementally less than the others.
Exactly. So my independent number 1 is from Kaboom.
Kaboom!
Studios. So we know that's Boom Studios. Boom Studios, more of a kid-friendly imprint.
Yes.
It is Orcs: The Curse. So I loved Orcs. I read Orcs. It's by Christine Larson. She does the drawing and the writing. And it's the Orcs books that she writes it's like a fantasy, but the orcs are the heroes. And in this case, a wizard wants to hire the orcs to battle for him and do his evil bidding, and they want him to sign his contract. We have to have a contract. Got to sign a contract. And he's like, I'm not signing a contract anyway. So the orcs end up rescuing these ravens that he turns into these evil creatures, but it's to be continued. It is, and it's a thick puppy. Now, granted, it's I think it was $6, but I mean it is big. And this right here is all ages. So if you have a kid that loves fantasy stuff, get it and read it.
The Curse.
I believe that like grade school, you could read to them, and this is good. For kids.
You read The Hobbit to me when I was in 5th grade.
This is silly, not like The Hobbit. This is fun and silly and goofy and
good.
Yeah, it's a good one. So yeah.
Awesome.
So my new number 1.
Yes.
Not my book of the week, but my new number 1 is called Dark Crisis by DC. DC does this like every 2 or 3 years. They have a crisis. So
I was going to say, it sounds like DC. You hadn't said it yet, and I was like, I bet that's DC. Said that in my head.
Which is funny because my friends Chris Boyer and Hector said DC, Dark Crisis, DC.
Dark Crisis. LOL.
So what has happened is the Justice League has all been killed. This happened at the end of the Justice League. And now the darkness is going to overtake the universe or whatever.
The darkness.
The darkness, yeah.
LOL.
So what has happened is there's now no Justice League. The villains are taking over. Superman's son is putting together a new Justice League.
Okay, so Kal-El, son of Kal-El.
The son of Kal-El. Yeah, Jor-El, the son of Kal-El. Yeah, I can't remember. So he's putting together a new Justice League, and so we're waiting for the Dark Crisis. It has a terrible ending, Deathstroke.
We love.
Yeah. Anyway, what's happening is the character from there was a Crisis on Infinite Earths. I listen. I'm not going to talk about it. If you're a comic books,
I'm just giggling at you, being like, I don't know.
There's so much to talk about. It gets so bogged down in continuity and characters, and DC kills me with these things, and I collect every one of them.
I know you do. You're like, anyway. I'm not collecting DC anymore, and then you just keep doing
I know.
it.
All right, so my book of the week.
Yes, book of the week. It's the book of the week.
Is by Dark Horse.
Ooh,
Comics.
Okay, we love.
A new issue 1, and I will be continuing to collect this. It's called The Ward. So when I saw
WARD?
So when I saw this, I thought, like, you mean like Batman's ward? You know what I mean? Like,
like a person you take care of. Or is it like a creepy, like a ward in like a hospital?
Ding dong.
Okay, yeah.
Nailed it.
Ooh, spooky.
So it starts out, this young girl's she's got to go pick up like her nephew or something like that. And she's going home, and her neighbor has this person who's been injured that tried to get into her room. And her neighbor's an older gentleman. And she's like, oh my gosh, we've got to, she calls like 911. But what happens, you come to find out that she used to be either a paramedic or a doctor at a hospital that for like goblins, minotaurs, and it's inside, like they like take an ambulance that drives through a wall, but the wall disappears, and now it's like a mixture between ER and Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
And it is awesome. I loved it. I was so excited when I read this.
Are there mermaids is my question.
Well, I think at the end of this, they were actually that's hilarious. I'm going to show Hannah a picture.
There's a mermaid!
On the last picture.
Yes.
He's like, what have we got? Merman found face down in the river. Possible hypoxemia. Okay, I'm going to need an x-ray of his lungs. A bag of our genetic solution. 60%, blah, 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 blah. 40% whorehound.
Dad, did you get my joke?
Merman, I did.
Okay, thank you.
This is really good. Well, what they did was they mind wiped her neighbor so he wouldn't know what had happened. So now the neighbor might be like, something's fishy.
The neighbor knows.
Anyway.
Merman.
Yeah, so The Ward. I'm psyched about
That's
this.
really fun. I like that book of the week, Dad.
That's a great, and these are all new number ones.
I want it to be a movie.
That would be cool.
Or a TV show.
Or a TV show. Who knows?
Or a
Who knows?
TV show.
I really enjoyed it.
Any news about Department of Truth?
No, I have no news.
Okay, yeah, we'll see if that ever happens.
Yeah. So anyway, we're going to talk about a movie we watched.
Yes. I have notes.
Okay, so I did not take notes, but I watched it. I'm pretty good on this. So Hannah and I watched Willow, which is on Disney Plus. The reason we watched it is because they are making a Willow show or movie, I can't remember what, with Warwick Davis, the original star of the movie.
He is in everything.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he got his start as the baby Ewok on.
Yep. And his daughter was in the second one, I think. Was in the new.
He was in Rogue One.
Yeah.
No, not Rogue One.
That's what I'm saying. The
Han Solo movie. Yeah, he wasn't. He might have been in Rogue One. He was in Rogue One, and he was in Solo. No. Yeah, he was in Solo. Yeah. So this was a movie that came out. When did it come out? 80s.
87.
87. It is a George Lucas film directed by Ron Howard. Didn't know that. And it is a fantasy movie. The real reason I wanted to watch it because I was really stoked because Val Kilmer is in it, and he is going to partake in this show somehow.
He's going to be in the new Willow. How? I have no idea.
I know. And we had just watched Maverick, and it was such a nostalgic. I just loved it so much. So
and they handled him very well in that movie.
Yeah. So Hannah, give the lowdown.
No spoilers.
What is Willow about? What is it about?
Willow. If you read the blurb about the movie on Wikipedia, it is not enough information.
Gotcha.
The
third oracle has let us down.
It is not good. Not the movie, but the Wikipedia article needs some editing. It is a movie about a fictional land where there is an evil queen who has taken over everything. She's like part witch, part evil queen. And she, there's been a prophecy that that there's a baby that will be born who will overtake her.
A baby girl.
A baby girl who will overtake her. And so all of the moms have been like, all of the pregnant ladies have been like imprisoned, and the baby is born.
Baby. Yeah.
The baby is born, and they were going to start the ritual, but the midwife gets the baby out. Moses babies the baby down the river.
Thank you very much.
I literally wrote Moses baby with an exclamation mark. And
for those of you who don't know, Moses, his mom put him in a basket, put him in
down the Nile River.
Right.
Moses baby down to where another group of people.
How do you pronounce their name? They're Helvin?
The Nigans?
Nelvins?
Something ins.
It's like
in something ins.
Right.
It's another group of people in this world that are small.
They're all little people.
Which
I think other than The Wizard of Oz.
I have never seen that many little people.
Little people in a movie together ever in my life.
It was really cool.
Well done.
It was really cool.
Even the children.
Yes.
I thought that part was so good.
Oh, they're so cute. And this man named Willow finds he's a lowly his daughter. He's like, Dad.
She was a cutie.
The
little boy.
So small. She's so cute. She's just really cute.
She's very cute.
She's a cute face.
So they find the daughter and son find the baby.
Yes.
And they're like,
and then
can we keep
Willow
the baby?
Is like, oh no, this is it's a D word. Deal. A word that starts with the D is the people that are the larger people.
The larger people. Yes. The
human-sized people are considered.
People. They're all humans.
Are like the letter D. I don't know what they're called. But you have to take the baby back to these people, and then adventure ensues. And then they find out that the baby's named Eleonora, and she actually prefers Willow over Mad Mardigan. Val Kilmer. Willow is the guy, and he also is a sorcerer, ? And then there are sprites. And then a guy's in a cage.
Brownies. They're called brownies.
Sprites.
And then there are trolls.
And then there are trolls that are monkeys? ? That turn into a Hydra with fire. It was a trip, y'all. This movie was a trip.
To Willow doing his sleight of hand magic.
That was killer. I was like, pig trick. It's the pig trick. And Trevin was like, wait, what? I'm like, he did the pig trick.
Yep. So,
I wrote, mood the entire movie. OMG, what?
Yeah, it was
the entire movie was what? What?
It was like, what's George Lucas doing when he wrote this movie? He was all over the place.
He was on a substance, probably.
I mean,
this movie was weird, Dad.
It was weird. And Hannah and I had a whole entire thing. They keep calling the little people pecs. And I was like,
and I was like, racist. This is it felt very much like a slur the entire time.
It was a slur. 100%.
And I hated it.
Val Kilmer eventually changed.
He stopped doing it. Yeah.
He said,
Mad Mardigan. His name is Mad Mardigan. Which is such a weird name.
No. His name is Mardigan. But he's crazy. So they call him Mad Mardigan.
Oh, I thought his name was Mad Mardigan, one word.
Well, it's two different names, but why do you keep calling him Mad Mardigan? His name's Mardigan.
Willow called him Mad Mardigan the entire
100 times. They don't just call him. They all call him.
I thought that was his name.
It is his name.
No, I didn't know his name was Mardigan.
Yeah,
I thought his name was Mad Mardigan.
Yeah, they call him Mad Mardigan because he's crazy.
Oh man,
but
he's not though, is he?
He's bonkers a little bit.
I mean, he's not good.
So the movie is a fantasy movie with
weird
with sorcerers, and it's a story about the Willow character, caring for this child even when everyone else wants to turn around. He's not going to he's going to see it through to the end, and
it felt very much like he was yelling the entire time.
Yelled the entire time.
He yelled 100%. The entire time.
Yeah.
The movie was a trip. It was a trip. I was glad to be on the trip. Like I was glad to be journeying along with them. And woo, know that you're like in for some shenanigans.
Yes, it was a little bit goofy, but I think it's it was like
the
you said,
raven, what was the creature? What was the sorceress creature before she was the raven?
She was like a lemur or something.
Was it a lemur?
I don't know what it was. Some type of
Willow.
Yeah. And then
Willow, I'm a goat now.
He's trying with that stick.
Yeah. Well, did you see so that wand was like destroyed at the end?
I didn't
it like disintegrated when the witch queen was poofed away. But the prop, the wand, is in the trailer because I watched the trailer just to see if there were people that were in it. There's a trailer that's been released.
Yeah, I wonder, did they hint at what the show or movie? Is it a show or a movie?
It's a show. It's a TV show.
They're
going somewhere. Eleanor? They're going a place. I think Eleanor is in it, and I think Eleanor is grown up. But they're journeying again. They got to take a trip, Dad. You got to go on a trip with them.
Like I said, it's like, did he want to do Lord of the Rings? I mean,
did he want to mix long too,
like Indiana Jones? It was like, hey, let's take Indiana Jones and let's take Star Wars and then let's make it into Lord of the Rings.
The brownies made zero sense. Why were they there?
Just to make Mad Mardigan fall in love with the evil queen's daughter.
That's what I wondered if it was. Is the dust of a broken heart.
They were comedy.
What were they funny though?
No, they're pretty stupid.
Were they funny?
That's a bad word. Shouldn't say stupid, guys.
It was not nice.
Oh well, anyway,
it was not nice. But
I'm glad I watched it. And there are people who love this.
It wasn't bad. Like we're not giving it a stellar review, but honestly, like it wasn't the worst fantasy film I've ever watched. I've watched some pretty bad ones.
Not for an 80s fantasy film.
This is a stellar 80s fantasy film, y'all.
And I think that maybe if I'd have watched it that long ago, as I would be going, oh, I can't wait,
They were throwing curves. Well, here's the thing. We have no nostalgia.
Correct.
We have zero nostalgia for this piece of media.
Right.
So people who have nostalgia for it are going to have a different perspective than us.
Exactly.
I enjoyed it for acorns that turn people to stone.
Oh yeah, the acorns. I'll give it 3.5.
I was going to say either 3.5 or 4.
Yeah. It was fun. This is a movie though that I would put on in the background.
Yeah, this is a good background while I'm like knitting.
After you watched it, did Disney suggest another movie for you to watch?
I think so, but I can't remember what it was.
Princess Bride.
Yes. Yep. Well, here's the thing. Are like people that are watching The Princess Bride for the first time being like, oh, this movie is a trip, y'all. What?
Well, then they're losers. I don't care who you are. If you don't like Princess Bride, get out.
They're losers.
I'm not kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't think you're a loser. Yes, I do.
I think you need to watch the movie again.
You watch it again. Yeah. There you go.
But Willow was Man, it was really cool. I don't think I had ever watched a movie where the main protagonist was a little person.
Never. And I don't know that there's ever been one.
I've never seen one in my life.
No. And I thought he did a great job.
It was really cool.
I really enjoyed it. I liked the parts with the little people better than the rest of the movie. Now, I liked Val Kilmer because he was funny and he was energetic, but some of it was silly.
The one guy with the long hair.
The blonde guy.
Who was a turd.
Who died at the end.
Oh, did he die at the end?
Yeah, he dies in the battle trying to get with that weird looking creature.
Oh, no, not that guy, but I like Eric.
The old guy, the older guy.
Eric, I liked him. Yeah, the sorcerer was a sweet man. He was,
yes,
but yeah, I liked him.
You're talking about the guy who wanted to get his land. Then the bird pooped on his eyes.
The bird pooped on his eyes. I was like, that's what you get.
That was funny.
Karma.
But I thought it was great. Me Gosh. I loved his friend Me Gosh.
Me Gosh was so cute.
Sweet. He's like, I'll go.
When he hugged his wife when he came back and his family was yelling for him and she cut her hair and gave it to him. And she had short hair. Sweet. And it was just, they just love each other so much. And you can just tell that he's a good dad and he cares for his kids.
Yeah. I enjoyed that. That was my favorite part. Anyway,
that was the best part is that he's just a good dude.
It's a little weird. But it's an okay movie.
Strange movie, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah. All right. There you go, guys. So we got a little bit of time left. Hannah and
we watched Goddess of Thunder.
We read Goddess of Thunder, which is available on the Kindle app for free if you have Amazon Prime. And it is the story of Jane Foster as becoming Thor.
Is it Jane Foster? Because it was never specified in the book that we read.
Oh, I think it is.
Her identity was never given up.
Well, I'll tell you one thing it doesn't give up is how in the world she got it.
How'd she get on the moon?
It just all of a sudden she is Thor.
How'd she get on the moon?
But the art was amazing.
The art was sick. Those frost giants were insane.
The dialogue, how she talks to herself and then she talks out loud as Asgardian talk.
Yeah, and thy. Very funny.
So cool.
It's so funny.
So it's like a first story arc where did you catch who the villain was?
The devil?
No,
it was the bad guy from the second Thor movie.
Right. Yeah. Whatever the dark elf. Malkalith.
Sure.
Malkalith. Yeah.
Sure. Love it.
Dark elf. He was the villain. Still don't quite know what he was going for. He was going for some skull. So this was interesting book. Thor loses the power of Thor. He's unable to lift it.
And the way that they're like, this is happening is because he's been enchanted by their enemies. So it's not that he doesn't have the power anymore. He doesn't? He loses it?
So you ready for why he can't pick up the hammer in this comic book? So in this comic book, if you guys read this, Thor is unable to pick up the hammer because somebody whispers something into his ear.
Who?
Do you remember seeing that?
Yes.
So
who was it?
What happens is Nick Fury in a battle where it's called The Original Sin. I have this comic book. So Nick Fury is with the Watcher and he literally becomes the Watcher for a while.
Oh, that's not good.
And he whispers in Thor's ear at the end of this battle, he was right. That's what he whispers. I think something to that. Gore, the villain for the new Thor movie.
Was right in regards to you're not worthy?
He says that, so in this comic book, where Gore first comes out, he is the God killer. He goes to kill gods and he says something to the fact that you're not a god. You just pretend to be, or you would change things. You would do good things. You would do this. And he goes, and he says something really smart alecky to Thor, like you're the worst of all of them or something like that. Something like that. And then Thor, basically Nick Fury whispers in Thor's ear that what Gore told him about who he is right. And Thor drops the hammer and is unable to pick it up. I wonder if something like that is going to happen in this Who knows? But anyway.
Interesting.
So, and the new Lady Thor, who is Jane Foster, one way or another.
She's like, I've seen him. Yeah, she like flies away.
And not only that, Mjolnir does things for her that never did for Thor.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Thor says in the comic that Mjolnir has new life with the carrier.
With the new carrier.
Mm-hmm. So, new life. And is like, what I really enjoy about like the art in it is like you can see the like ricochets that it's doing and like drawn in like the white lights. Like it's like going ding, 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 like hitting stuff, like ricocheting off of stuff. I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah. So what did you think of the comic book?
I really enjoyed the comic book. It took me perhaps... I figured it was Jane Foster. I can't remember if it's like explicitly stated if it is or not.
Maybe not.
I didn't think it was. It might have been. It might have been that I was enjoying it so much and going so fast that I skipped that.
Right.
bit.
I may not have. I just automatically know it's her, so maybe it may not.
Yeah, and I think
Odin's a turd.
Odin's a turd in this, man.
Then he gets a villain to be his brother or whatever
to like go kill her.
Yeah, and actually this guy shows up again in another round.
I did not like Odin in this. Yeah. I liked the Minotaur guy.
The Minotaur guy. Oh yeah, you did? He seems like a sleazy businessman.
He seems like but I like that he turned into a Minotaur.
Yes, yeah. The Roxxon oil. He's in charge of Roxxon.
Minotaurs are cool.
Which is a huge company in Marvel.
I don't know. Are Minotaurs cool?
Yeah, sure. Anything like that's cool.
Sometimes they're bad.
Just brownies aren't.
Brownies suck. That's not true. Brownies are like really tasty treats. But like if they're sprites,
they're not fun.
They're not nice and they're not your friend.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know, Dad. I really enjoyed it. I thought the art was really fun. I enjoyed the bad guys were like really wickedly drawn. Mm-hmm. Like the Elf King was
ripping
very
Thor's
like
hand off.
Very like sleek. It was very like sleek. And
he's creepy too.
Yeah, he looked creepy. Mm-hmm. Thor's arm just was like he gone. And then is that the guy who brought him in the hand? Is that supposed to be the guy who made Storm?
Yes, Stormbreaker.
Stormbreaker? Mm-hmm. Is that supposed to be the same guy?
Yes.
That was really cool. So. I was like, hey, that's that one guy.
Yeah.
So that was fun. Cool. The ice giants were drawn really, really spookily. Yep. The thing that killed me at the very beginning was like, send out the attack sharks. And they were like, sharks that had things on their faces.
I felt like I was watching like Dr. Evil when he wanted to, can I get a shark with a ray gun on it? Where's my shark? You know, that's so funny. Yeah.
And there were just sharks that were going
it was fun. Here's the deal. Sharks. Here's what it did. I got to the end of reading it and went, man, I wish I could read the next one.
Yes,
because it looks like Loki. I know, which is a bummer because it's not free. But I was like, so it got me. It did its job.
It did its job.
So if anybody wants to,
the art at the end.
Yeah, the little art, the pages. It was really cool.
Good.
So if anybody wants a good comic book to read about Jane Foster's Thor, because she is coming out, that's a good one. There's another one available on the Kindle app as well, which is really cool.
Another one?
Yeah, she transforms back to and from Thor. And at that point, when she's Jane Foster, she's undergoing chemotherapy.
Man.
Yeah, so it's really hard on her. Yeah. But yeah, so it's a really cool book too. I've been reading it. So yeah. So there you go, guys. You can catch up on that. Next. Go ahead.
The part where Meow Meow gets trapped in the vibranium thing and he's trying to escape.
Trying to get out.
He's like, ding, 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 ding. And she's like, oh no. And then she like pries
it open.
Woo, that was cool.
Yeah, I did love that.
That was cool.
Yeah. I like me. Yeah, like it's not going to. Is that really going to keep him from getting out? I guess.
Vibranium.
I don't know.
Well, think about like, are movies canon? ? Probably not. But he hits and it goes vroom.
Yeah.
In the first Avengers movie,
It's sort of like what if an immovable force
meets a movable object?
An immovable
An unstoppable force meets an immovable
object, sort of like that kind of deal. Yeah.
Yeah, Captain America Vibranium and versus then it just shatters all of the trees.
Well, here's what I want to do for the next time we meet.
Okay.
We read the first issue of Clear.
We did. Is the second issue available?
The entire run is out.
No way.
1 through 6
That's so fun.
I read it. It is great.
You read it?
Yeah. So let's do that.
Okay,
so Clear, issues 1 through 6. If anybody's out there, it's on the Comixology app, but it's free to read if you have Amazon Prime on the Kindle app.
Yeah.
It's by Scott Snyder. We read the first issue. It was sort of like a detective noir case.
Good.
It gets better. Like, this is probably one of the best things I think I've liked by Scott Snyder. This is
really.
I liked it better than We Are Demons. Easy. So
and We Are Demons is phenomenal.
Yeah. So
really? Okay. Yay.
1 through 6. That's going to be our next book that we talk about. Clear.
Okay. Yeah. Do we have a movie, or are we going to chat about that later, Gator?
We'll chat about that later, Gator.
Right on.
Anyway, Hannah, end roll.
Hey, sweet friends. Thanks for hanging out with us for the past hour or so. We're glad that we get to spend some time with you. End roll. Our intro music is created by Barack Will Nason. He composed it, performed it all himself. He has a new single coming out. If you want to check him out, Apple Music, Spotify. Yeah, I think he just came out. If you want to listen to that, check him out. Our art was made in Microsoft Paint by Nate Turner, my dear brother.
If you would like to share our podcast with someone, whether through any social media at all, and you let us know, we'll give you a free pen. Pen, is that right?
Pen.
P-I-N.
Pen, right. Not pen. Pen.
Gotcha. They're really cool.
They're sick. I have some. Oh wait, I think I don't want to reach for one.
It don't matter.
What?
Nothing. I don't want to reach for one. Our YouTube channel is never updated by yours truly. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
And I edit and upload the podcast. We're thankful that we get to spend an hour of your time. Your time is valuable, and we're glad that you chose to spend.
We're going to try to do this every other week since the summer.
Because of the summer is crazy pants.
Absolutely.
But, Dad, what are we going to do?
Until then, we will catch you on the flippity flop.
I can't tell if we were on time or not. Probably not.
We weren't. All right. Bye.
Bye, sweet friends.